Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Shane from Hobby Homies. Today we're going to be looking at the WARTIDE faction, the Null, the intro deck and its first 3 expansions. This is a game that I backed on Kickstarter a little over a year ago, and it's fully funded and it's been fully delivered. This is a game from a friend, a longtime friend of the show, Lachlan. It's something he's been working on for 10 years, and it's awesome to see it in its full form. So this is the second faction focus that we've done so far. Last time I looked at the Empira faction. This is the Null. So again, excuse the glancing to my right and the glossiness of these decks, but we'll get in and we'll have a look at these cards. So the Null, destroy the heretics. The Null are a highly religious that worship an eldritch god, basically. Think Cthulhu meets some kind of cult. They're one of my favorite factions. No idea why, but yeah. Here's the Null. Destroy the heretics. Our hallowed grounds have been torn apart and invaded, but our faith will burn away all heresy, for we bring the power of a god. WARTIDE is an expandable card game featuring territory control-based gameplay and tactical combat to bring your faction to victory. So yeah, this is the starter deck. So check out wartidecardgame.com for all how to plays and all kinds of stuff. So let's put that aside and clear them. And here we are. Here is the Null. So like Empira, comes with a nice little learn to play guide, which has got things like how to play, how to win, and how to set up and all sorts of stuff. So, and an explanation on what a lot of the symbols mean. So this is awesome. This is a nice little booklet here with 11 pages of goodness. So that's cool. Nice little stitched book. So like I said, the Null are a religious organization that build temples. And they earn, their resource is kind of like faith, I guess you might call it, or fear, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, they have a lot of tentacle kind of monsters that you will send in to destroy your enemies. Rapid tendrils, heavy tendrils. Yeah, again, the art, Lachlan has collected art from a bunch of different artists. So there's a lot of different styles throughout the cards, but it's all done really, really nicely. And here we are, lightning tendril. There's 6 damage, heavy hitter. Yeah, the Null was the first faction that I got to play, and it's yeah, they're pretty cool. It's pretty cool, hey. Yeah, Priest of Protection. So you do have some normal units, I guess you could call them, not just tentacles. Yeah, there's some pretty awesome art. Sorry, I don't know how to hold these well, to show them off, you know. Again, equipment, so you can give yourself +1 range to a lot of attacks, and events. So the Null have some really cool events where you can just destroy an entire area, whether it's an allied area or like an uncontrolled area. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's ways that you can't destroy like your enemy's home base, you know, like straight away. It's not that easy, but you can destroy your own, which is interesting. So you can deny your enemy from capturing your base, which is pretty fun. Void shift, so you can swap areas and stuff like that. Just delete units, or like get them lost in the void. So yeah, it's pretty cool. More temples. So temples are what you build your faction on. That's your base basically, and you get a lot of them, as you can tell. So that's the sort of the starter deck, and then the bonus cards from here. But you can swap them in and change up your playstyle a little bit, give yourself more tentacles. A little quick reference guide. I don't think I showed that in the last video. So that's kind of cool having that. More tendrils. You want more tendrils? Have more tendrils. or more temples, more temples and more tendrils. So that's the main intro deck there. So the website has like sort of, you know, contents and stuff on each one, which is really cool. And let's go with the first expansion, Willing Sacrifice. So that's some pretty cool stuff there. A god's power is not like that of a mere mortal, though through our prayers we will see divine power unlike anything else. First expansion. So yeah, for those local to Australia, there are several places you can buy WARTIDE if you are so inclined. The Gaming Arena has a really good stock on their website, and I believe they're set up ready for online sale too, so they can just post it to you. But then Victoria has a few shops that are beginning to stock, and I think one in Canberra. So it is spreading around, but it's been a one-man operation for Lachlan. He's got a great crew of friends that are helping him, and his lovely partner as well. But yeah, he's sort of doing most of this on his own. So it's pretty cool to see how far it's come along. The Bishop of the Tendrils. Yeah, so there's pretty cool heroes. Some I mentioned in the last video. Some one of the Kickstarter tiers had an option where you could be a card, which is really cool. I didn't go that option. Maybe I should have. That could have been pretty cool. But oh well. What do you do? Yeah, there's some pretty awesome stuff here. A lot of events for the Null. They don't have as many units as like the Impera, but their main tendrils are a lot more powerful. So yeah, pretty awesome. I haven't actually seen any of these. These are all pretty new to me, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Growing Hatred. That is far out. I dig that. That is a cool card. That is awesome. That just sums up the Null in one there. Wow, that's awesome. Sorry. Very cool. Secondary, react, destroy this field. That's pretty cool. More dark tendrils. A lot more dark tendrils. More rapid tendrils. Whoopsie, drop that one. Yeah, and more priests of protection. So pretty awesome. Very cool. First expansion. Nice. That's a good one. All right. Sorry. I'm struggling here. Help. Please help. All right. That's the first expansion. Let's just chuck that up there. All right. Number 2. The High Temple. It's a pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy. He looks a bit like Churchy if he had a white beard, not a red beard. All right. The voice of our God will speak to all those who will listen. Those wise enough to follow the Null may yet be spared. I feel like the Null is very the Null doesn't care. Like if you need to go, then you need to go. There's very little emotion there. No remorse. Have I said how much I like these boxes? They're very nicely done. Thick card. All right, the High Priest. So he is a hero. It's Churchy. In the Void, High Priest Acolyte. She looks pretty cool. Yeah. So you're getting plenty of those. So a lot of these cards have abilities. Sorry. Yeah. When this unit dies, you may have target unit activate immediately. So that's kind of cool. Getting a few of them. Yep. Nice. Good bunch of them. Priest of Vitality. So you really do get the option of like building your deck how you want to. And there are ways where you can mix factions. So you can get some Null working with some Impera or the factionless. You can start bringing them in. So they're pretty cool too. Sacrifice. Nice. Symbolic sacrifice. Yeah. Target you control, trigger all effects that would occur if that target unit was destroyed. Ah, okay. That's pretty cool. Preaching the faith. Yeah, so a lot of events. A little more nothing. Awesome. Plenty of them. Gift of visions. More dark tendrils. Nice. Awesome. That's expansion number 2. The High Temple. And lastly, number 3, which was only delivered to me 2 days ago. Well, 2 days ago at time of recording. So this is the Divine Wrath. These heretics refuse to follow the divine word. Their defiance is an insult, and our God does not take insults lightly. Very cool. So WARTIDE have a really cool Discord where you can jump on and play, and it's even got options to play on Tabletop Simulator. So if you're not a local and you want to play internationally, jump on. The Discord is really cool. I might even put a link in the description of this video, as well as a link to their website, wartidecardgame.com. All right, here we are. The Tendril of the High Altar. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. It does make me a little bit uncomfortable, even the suction cups on that tendril. But let's carry on. So you get a few of them. So they're unique. Each player may have only one copy of this card in play at any time. In play, so you can have them in your deck. You just can't use them, I guess. Rush Tendril. Erupting Tendril. Nice. You may deploy this unit on any field you control. That's pretty cool. And it does a lot of damage. 5 damage. Nice. Writhing Mass. Some of these, like the star here, is equal to the number of tendril units you control. So that obviously the more tendrils, the more the Writhing Mass damage does. It's pretty cool. Shrouding Incense. Divine Focus. Nice. Inquisition. Yeah. I am noticing a little bit of like color variation on the cards. I'm not sure if that's a printing thing. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Some of them just look a little bit washed out. Like if you're looking at that versus that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe it looks, it kind of looks okay on the screen. Maybe it's my eyes. I don't know. I'm half blind. Yeah. See, is it me? Am I tripping? Let me know in the comments if I'm tripping. Exerting of Will. That's another base. Ah, nice. That's pretty cool. Divine Altar. Ah, finally something different than the Temple Remnant. That's pretty cool. Far out, plenty of them. Ah, and here are more of those cards like in the other one. The Moon King and the Sun Queen. I need to ask Lockie what the go is with them. But they're cool. So these are factionless outsiders, so you can mix them into your armies. But that's it. All right, so that was another look into another WARTIDE faction, the Null. So if you like that, then check out the Empira, and we'll have a Kagawa one coming out very soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One